Okay, so today we're going to be doing the introduction to the keyboard, and we have Anaya here. Say
Oh,
hi, Anaya. so, yeah, so it's Anaya's first lesson, and the keyboard can be a very intimidating instrument. You see all these keys, and it's like, oh my God, how do you negotiate all this? So the first thing we want to do in our introduction is we're going to kind of take the mystique out of the keyboard by just learning some basic facts about the keyboard. So let's start with the very basic thing. We see that the keyboard is made up of black and white keys. So the very first thing that we can learn is, well, let's see how many white keys are we dealing with here. So now, if you will, if you start here and just count the keys all the way up and tell me how many keys we got.
play it.
You can just, yeah, play it and count it as you go.
I got it 52.
52 keys. So, and this is, by the way, this is a full-size keyboard. Keyboards do come in different sizes, but this is the full-size keyboard. So it has 52, sorry, white keys. Now, look, we can speed this up with the black keys because they come in the combinations of 2 and 3. So we can group these together as 5, 10. Of course, then we'll come back and add that one. So 5, 10, and go ahead and like do it that way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36.
So we got 36, and if we did the math, 52 plus 36 would give us 88 keys. So this is a full-size 88 key keyboard. Again, keyboards come in different sizes. The other smaller standard size is 61 keys. Occasionally there's a 76 and a 73, but they're more rare. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is it says the musical alphabet consists of the first seven letters of the alphabet, obviously namely A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the musical alphabet starts at G. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at that, and these are represented by the white keys on the piano. So we start at the very lowest white key is A, so go ahead and play A. The next one would be B, C, D, E, F, and G. So that's the end of the musical alphabet from A to G. Obviously, it's not the end of the keyboard now, is it? So what do you think happens after G? What do we do? What do you think we do after G?
Go back to A.
Exactly. So we start back at A. So go ahead and do that. Start at A. This time we're going to continue up. So it's just going to keep repeating itself all the way up the keyboard. Just after you get to G, you just circle back to A. So start here and now play it and say the notes out loud. Louder.
C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You can change hands.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C.
Excellent. So the highest note up there is C, right? Go ahead and play the C up there. And the lowest note is A. Okay, so again, and we can just say for right now, the black keys are all called sharps and flats. We'll kind of learn a little about them a little later on, all right? So the lowest note on the keyboard is A, and the highest note is C. So what happens is, because we have this alphabet that repeats itself over and over, we wind up getting notes that are repeated over and over. For example, I can tell you that this is an A, and here's another A. Here's a high A down here. So we can say that that's an A, and this is an A. And we can hear that this A is more what than this one? Higher. So we can say as a general rule, if you move from left to right on the keyboard, the notes are going to get higher. And vice versa, from right to left, the notes are going to get progressively lower. Just some basic information there. Okay, now let's talk about, so you have these notes all over again. The next thing to do at the keyboard, is it's very important that we learn how to identify the notes on the keyboard. And there's a little exercise we do called learning the notes by sight. Now we could count the alphabet. And for example, if I tell you this is A, and I said, well, find D, you can do the alphabet and go A, B, C, D. Now that's a long way around it. We have a much more effective method. It's called learning the notes of the keyboard by sight. And to do that, we use the black keys to help us. And if we look at the black keys on the piano, we can look and clearly identify that there's a pattern of notes with the black keys. You have a group of 3, followed by a group of 2. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And of course, this one here, if the piano continued, this would be a group of 3 or 2.
3.
It would be 3, right? Because the pattern is 3, 2, and this would be. So the piano had to stop somewhere. So it stopped on the beginning of a group of 3. We're going to turn our attention first to the group of 2 black keys. These guys here. You can easily see them up and down the keyboard. And the first white key that we're going to learn is the note D. D is actually in between the group of 2 black keys. And visually, you can see that anywhere on the keyboard. Anytime you see a group of 2 black keys, D is going to be the note in between. With that said, find me some more D's on the piano. Good, that's a D, that's a D, and that's a D. And let's do this. Let's find out how many D's we have on the keyboard. We're going to start here, and we're going to call this D1. It is the first D on the keyboard. That's D1. If this is D1, where's D2? D3, D4, D5, D6, and D7. Okay. And let's stay with the 2 black keys. These are all notes that are associated with the group of 2 black keys. We've already established that D, and actually we have a little nickname for D. We call it the sandwich note. And simply because it's sandwiched in between the 2 black keys. That's just another kind of nickname for D. D is the sandwich note. Sandwiched in between the 2 black keys. Now the next one we're going to learn is C. Well, here's the 2 black keys. C is the white key to the left of the left side, or to the left of the 2 black keys. And it always looks the same. All the C's look the same. Here's a C. Here's C1 on the piano. Where's C2? C3, C4, C5, C6, and C7. Okay. And we're going to do one more. Again, the third one associated with the group of 2 black keys is E. Well, C is on the left side of the 2 black keys. E is on the right side. And all the E's look alike. Anytime you see 2 black keys, the white key to the right is E. So E1 is here. That's E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, and E7. So there's 7 F's on the keyboard. And lastly, what we're going to do before we move on, we're just going to test your memory on this. Again, a quick review. We got the 2 black keys. D is the sandwich note in the middle. C is on the left. E is on the right. What note is this?
D.
What note is this?
E.
What note is this?
C.
This?
D.
This?
E. C. D.
Good. By using the system of learning the notes, the keys by sight, you don't have to do the alphabet counting. You just remember what the notes look like. Much easier. So, if you want to finish this, you can go to another set of videos and we'll finish that whole exercise for you. But I think you guys got the idea that this is the way to really demystify the keyboard by understanding that just 7 white notes that are repeated over and over and up the keyboard, and they get higher or lower depending on which direction you go. And that's a really good starting point for you. All right? Thanks for